Today we're basically going to work on having a perfect setup, starting position, and then a perfect backswing. Very nice. Bill, during this session we worked on your grip, and we'll continue to look at that and make sure it gets correct every time. That's a very important fundamental, obviously. We also then began working on a better setup with just a little bit more weight on our left side, flaring the left foot, hands forward. So those were some of the things we began to work on and change. Then we just simply worked on our backswing, making sure we're staying stable and not swaying, not lifting. And we made good progress. We still have a ways to go, and we worked on a lot of different drills to help us learn some of those fundamentals. So just keep working on that setup, and then just take whatever your comfortable backswing is, and I'm going to modify it in a minute. It's all right. Good. You're finishing up on that left side very strongly. You're learning the form, and then we'll work on the performance. Performance is what the ball's doing. Form is what you're doing. You're learning the form first, then we'll apply that form at a golf ball. Right now we've got to learn the form. Good. Oh yeah, that was really good, Bill. Now make it a smooth turn. You don't want to just yank. You don't want to say go and make a quick burn the rubber start, or that may pop you up a little bit. It's just a pure turn. Good. That was really good. A 3-9 drill. You're going to start here, or you could call it a 1-3-9. I'm just going to go to the 3 position. In the 9th position is when the right arm is parallel to the ground on the other side. So it's left arm parallel to right arm parallel. So I'm not going to take the full backswing. I'm not going to take a full follow through. I'm just going 3, 9. Okay? And just try to keep your eyes frozen. Don't let them move up, down, left, or right. Just froze. Good. That's all I want right there. Good.
I'm good at the wedges.
20 longest shots. You're learning how to sequence the release. Flat foot. That's really nice. That's evidence that hands produce a lot of the power.
You know what really helped? The thing that showed me the most is where to have that clean.
There you go. Exactly.
Because that's what I was doing wrong a lot too.
And you're keeping your left arm extended when you do this drill.
Yeah.
You bend that, you have a short lever. That becomes the center of the lever. If you keep it straight, you have a long lever. That's going to produce a lot more power. Long pole gives you more leverage. Very nice. And very consistently straight. So this is a great drill to learn this action of the hands. Oh, that was really nipped fine. You'll notice how you're not, you're hitting the mat about the correct amount each time.
Well, that's because I'm not standing up. I was standing.
Right. It's hard to move around if your feet are somewhat closer and static. Swing to that pose. I don't care about the other things right now. Pose all the way around. Good. Roll back swing.
I'll probably whiff this one.
You might, and because I don't want your mind on hitting the ball. I hope you hit the ball. I hope your subconscious mind helps you do that. But your conscious mind is on swinging to a perfect pose. Pose, pose. That shot. That's a golf shot.
That's almost whole.
That shot had character.
Unlike the guy who hit it.
But your best swing is starting to come out. It's not going to come out every time.
Right.
There's a draw. Bill, we worked on our setup, and I'm going to compare you to Grant Waite, who was a tour player during the 90s and considered having one of the best swings in golf. He's now one of the top tour player instructors. The setup here, you have just a little bit more weight on your left side, and you have your hands in front of the golf ball. So that looks real good. You'll notice how Grant will flare this left foot a little bit, and you're a little bit too square right there. So one of the other adjustments I want to make is to flare that foot a little bit. What that does is facilitate a better shift to the left side. So that'll be very helpful, and we don't have to necessarily do it as much as Grant, but I certainly want you to do more than you are right now. So the only thing I would change right now in your setup is flaring that left foot. I want you to watch how Grant turns his shoulders and uses his shoulder turn to take the club back. I've drawn a red line from right shoulder to left shoulder on both of you, and I put a red line across the top of your head. Now let's watch Grant take the club back, and you'll see that he keeps his head right in position. So when his hands get just outside his right leg, his shoulders have changed. Now his right shoulder has pivoted up in the air and his left shoulder has gone down. So his initial takeaway has the left shoulder go down. His left shoulder is right on top of his left foot. So he's turning that shoulder down. He's staying leaning on that left foot. And it's the rotation of that shoulder that takes the club back. That allows him to keep his head steady. And let's take you back to when your hands are just outside your leg, and you have lifted above that red line above your head, and your left shoulder really is basically in the same place it started. You've kind of lifted your right side and lifted up, and so now your shoulders are somewhat level. So as we continue to work on your takeaway, we need to work on that initial backswing. The initial move that you make in your body, I need to have it be more of a shoulder turn, left shoulder down, right shoulder up. And so that's what we'll work on next time and get that better, because if we get off track in the initial takeaway, you're going to be making compensation moves throughout the rest of the backswing and throughout the downswing in order to get back to a fundamentally sound position at impact. So we need to make sure that initial takeaway is steady, slow and smooth, and with the left shoulder down. So what we want is that movement right there. As I go back and forth, you can see how Grant, that left shoulder is down. You can see that left knee stay, it moves a little bit. You'll see the hips turn, shoulders turn. That's a single axis golf swing. His golf circle is right off that left leg, and he's rotating around almost like a stake, going right through his left side of his body. I mean, that's the axis of his golf swing as he rotates around that right there. So that's what we'll work on